Welcome to the 365 Performance Show with your host, Scott Dillon.
Good morning, everybody. Hope you're having a great week. So I wanted to talk to you and just be open and honest about a thing that I've been struggling with lately. Hopefully when you listen to this, you can hear it in context with maybe some area of your life. So one of the targets I had for my body for the past 90 days is to be able to surf competently. I just recently moved to Bondi Beach. There's obviously the ocean there. I've been kind of interested in surfing for quite a long time, and now that I live there, I want to be quite good at it. But my goal and target of surf competently, it's not very tangible. It's not really specific. How do I know when I'm doing that correctly or not? When have I hit it or not? So that basically there's this movement. It's called a cutback. It's basically when you're going across a wave. So you're going to the left, and then as the wave begins to shape up and before it dumps, you basically cut back on the wave and you turn the other direction. When you do that, a bunch of spray comes out. It's meant to look really pretty. Anyway, that was my target that I wanted to accomplish. So I began, when was it? Pretty much around the end of December, around the 20th of December. Had no idea what I was doing. Got a few surf lessons, could stand up every now and then, got a little bit more consistent. Then I bought myself a shortboard. Once you're on a short board relative to a longer board, it's a lot harder to stand up. And I went through this phase that for a good 2 to 3 weeks, I'd just continually fall off, couldn't even stand up. Anyway, after reps and reps and reps and reps and reps and days and days and days and days and days, I eventually got better. And I can actually now stand up consistently. I still every now and then fall off and make a complete and utter goose of myself, but most of the times I'm consistently standing up. I can go one side along the wave, but this whole cutback thing, I'm still not really closer to it. But here's the thing. My target, the thing that I wanted to accomplish was I wrote down to have happen by the end of March. And now it's getting really close to the end of March. And I've been looking back over the past couple of weeks, and the most profound thing happened. At the beginning, when I was learning, I'd go out there no matter what. If it was big, if it was small, if it was windy, if it was hot, if it was cold, if there were lots of people out, if there was no one out, I'd just go out because at the end of the day, didn't really know what I was doing. As long as I get in the water, I'm going to slowly improve, whether it be my paddling strength or my ability to at least just get my endurance up in my shoulders, or just to have reps to hopefully one day stand up. But as I began to improve and get a little bit better, I started to be more selective based on the conditions. The conditions. The past week and a bit, the surf has been amazing. It's been offshore, so that means that the waves, they're kind of all smooth. It's not like they're all just crumbling. The surf height, it was kind of like around 3 foot or something, which for a beginner like myself is good. It's not too big, but it's also not too small that you just can't catch a wave. And then due to the shifts that I was on at work, I could even go out there the middle of the day sometimes when it wasn't that busy, and there was other times that I could go out there when it was really busy. But I found myself giving myself reasons why I couldn't go out. One day, it's really good out there, it's really offshore, and there's heaps of people out. I probably shouldn't go out because there's a chance that someone could run into me and I'm not going to catch a wave. But then, because I'm an absolute goose, the next day I was like, oh, it's really good out there, but there's not many people out there, it's not really safe. You should just wait till tomorrow. Then I look out and it looked really small. Too small for me to go out, even though there was around 30 to 100 people out there at times. And then I'd wait another couple of days and the surf would really pick up, and then it'd be really too big for me now. I've got to wait a bit longer. And these were all reasons I was telling myself why I can't do it, why I can't get my reps in. And I looked back over the past week and a half, I'm like, I haven't been in the water at all. There's been different conditions. Many times, if I'd be honest with myself, I could have gone out there, but I was just giving myself all these reasons. And I just kept asking myself, why? Why is that? Why is that? Why is that? And I ended up finally getting clear on it. It was the fact that I was putting all this pressure on myself. At the beginning, when I was learning how to surf, I really had no idea what I was doing. Just going out there, having fun, no expectations whatsoever. As long as I was out there in the water, I'm like, cool, this is fun. If I keep doing this, eventually I'll get better. But then there became this little tipping point when I was beginning to actually get okay at it, and then there was pressure that I placed on myself. And the whole pressure that I was placing was, well, if I get in the water now, if I don't do my little cutback, if I don't do my trick, well, then I don't hit my target. So I was going in there with this expectation of the outcome, and because I had that pressure and I wasn't really wanting that pressure placed on myself, even though I subconsciously created it, I bailed. And it made me think about how I used to always do this and how I currently am doing it in current areas of my life. Like right now, when it comes to my training, like with weights and at the gym, I'm not as fit and as strong doing CrossFit and lifting weights as I used to be, because I'm spending more time swimming and surfing. But instead of a lot of the time just going there, having fun, moving my body, picking some stuff up, enjoying the community and just having a laugh, I find myself subconsciously comparing myself to other people, putting myself down a little bit, being like, geez, I'm not as fit as I used to be. Now that guy over there is beating me. Oh my God, I used to be able to squat that much. Now I can only squat like 2/3 of that. Geez, I'm weak. Instead of just enjoying the moment, the fact that I can move pain-free, the fact that I can be in a gym and a community that I love, that everyone's beautiful and fun and friendly, and just simply enjoy the moment. It's crazy, because the moment that I recognized what I was doing with the surfing that day, I went out in the surf and I had fun. I knew like there's a chance that I'm probably not going to be able to do my little cutback trick. I'm not going to hit my target, but at least I can just enjoy being out in the water, not distracted by my phone or work or anybody else. I can just have some chill out time and just enjoy doing something that 3 months ago I couldn't do. And did I hit my target? Can I surf competently? Well, not relative to the target that I set with me doing my cutback. But when I look back, I can obviously stand up more consistently now. So while it hasn't been a check off the target, haven't hit it 100%, there's also the fact that I'm actually doing a hell of a lot better than I did 3 months ago. Now I can go out, I can stand up, I can sort of move around without any issues. And I just want you to think today, like we're 1/3 of the way, one quarter. I'm sure 1/3 will be there before we know it. But we're 1 quarter through 2018. You might have set yourself some goals and some targets, and hopefully you've hit some. Hopefully you're on the way to hit many more. But maybe if you're not exactly where you want to be, maybe right now you're kind of putting yourself down, and it's kind of, by us doing that, it does serve us in a little way, because it makes us tighten our shoelaces up and refocus and pivot if we need to make sure we eventually hit our targets. But I want you to think, are you currently so focused on achieving that target or the outcome that you set, maybe at the start of the year or whenever you set it, that you're missing out on experiencing moments and just enjoying the actual process? Because we all know that hitting the target when we haven't hit it yet, we think and we tell ourselves that once we do that, that's when we'll be happy. But we all know from experiences in the past that looking back, it's never actually achieving the target. It's that journey, it's the process, it's the obstacles and the challenges on the way to achieving that makes it so much more fruitful in the end. So just something to think about. And if you were a little bit like I was a couple of months back, and when it came to setting goals and figuring out what I want to be working on and all that sort of business, please check out my book. Go to stopstopping.com.au. And if you're one of those other lovely people that are currently listening to this show but you're not working with us yet, please head over to 365performance.com.au. Reach out to us and we can have a chat to see if we're a good fit. Have a great day, and I'll speak to you soon.